this is a day that I'm really not happy with. I'm really disappointed in myself today. Completely overtraded. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Like, I'm fine to lose. I'm fine to whatever. And I've been just losing better. I've actually been trading better recently. But today I didn't trade well at all. And I just let my emotions get the best of me. I really did. Um, Price action today wasn't really favorable. We had a lot of just swings. It was just a lot of up and down. Um, I wouldn't say price action was really bad though, right? One of the things that happened was this SMT ended up playing out with ES right there. And we also had an SMT at 940. 940 right here again. So two SMTs displaced, hold the fair value gap, displaced, still held that fair value gap. So price action made sense. I just wasn't able to clearly read it because I just got so focused on just whatever I was doing. I wasn't really focused on doing the right thing, and it's so frustrating because man, this is just a day that I just shouldn't lose, or at least lose this much. I really just shouldn't. Um, and this has been just the story of my last month, of the last year, the last videos you guys watch. You guys have seen me make this video almost every day at this point. But yeah, I guess let's just go over. This is just a hard one to swallow. You guys saw me lose yesterday. I was staying positive. The trade I took yesterday actually ended up working. I just literally didn't have the margin to trade it. Cool, we'll take those losses. This loss here, this is really hard for me to accept because this is 100% my fault. It's just my fault, right? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I just performed horribly. Um, oh man, I just didn't trade well. Really, that's what it comes down to. I just traded like an idiot, fully emotional, and I mean, it makes sense that I'm emotional. I'm trying to get out of the slump. I'm trying to get out of the negative feedback loop. I'm trying to do better with my trading. So, and then I just blow up. Again, I tried to make yesterday's video positive, and it's easier to be positive on a lot losing day that was a good losing day. I mean, it was a valid. Today, I just couldn't control myself. It's just that simple. So, I mean, not the market's fault. The market delivered fine. Um, this 5 minute was holding well. That's why we kept going lower. And yeah, I just got super zoomed in, and again, man, same mistakes that I make over and over and over. And like I always say, it's fine. It's fine to make a mistake over and over because that's the only way I'm gonna learn, right? You don't just do something one time and learn. It doesn't work like that. I have to accept the fact that it's not gonna work like that. Um, and that's just trading. As much as I wish I didn't lose today, or I didn't do this, right? I wish I didn't do this. But we're gonna have to accept the reality that this count, and with bar a miracle or the greatest swing of my trading career, this count's gone, which is fine. We have the other one ready to go. We haven't traded it yet. We're not going to trade it until we finish up on this count. We have about $300 of drawdown left, which is fine. Again, like, I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that this account's gone, try and hold on to it as long as possible, and treat it as free practice. Where did we go wrong today? Well, I was really focused on these data highs, especially after we didn't take them out right here. I thought that cool, even if we come down, right? We were bearish all the way down here just to take out this low, get inside this 15-minute imbalance. Swept the low here. My first trade right here was a loss. We got in and close above, inversion, sweeping low. I like this trade. Close below, got out. Small loss, 40, 50 bucks. Our actual first trade of the day was right here. This I like this trade as well. We went break even at this high right here. We got in on this 15-second inversion. We traded down. We have low resistance liquidity on the lower time frame. Get in, trades up, go break even, got stopped at break even. Why did I like this trade? Well, we were coming out of a 3-minute gap right here. I thought data highs was a nice target, so I like that trade. Nothing wrong with that one. Boom, 2 good trades, right? So it's not over trading if they're 2 good setups. 2 good setups. I like the setups. They just didn't work. Then what happens? We come down. 10 a.m. opens right here. 10 a.m. opens. Come down. We manipulate the low, and we get a change in state delivery right here. I entered right on this candle close. Rode all the way up. We were up really good here. I'll just put on the chart executions. We got in right there. Rode it all the way up. Rode it all the way up here and got stopped out of break even on these candles here. I was up really good on that trade, like 80 points, or not 80, but like, let's see. I was up 82 points. Like, we were looking really good there. Got stopped at break even, and I think that's where I lost it mentally, is when I was in a trade that was up 80 points, and then got break even. That's where I lost the plot, in a sense, because at that point, it gets, I start just blowing up, right? And that's something I've recognized so many times, is that I don't really blow up right away. It's always a trigger. There's always some trigger that causes me to blow up, which doesn't make it a good thing, right? I'm not saying it's a good thing. I just want to recognize the mistake and recognize where it stems from, right? Like, what's causing me to go in tilt? Well, it's the fact that I saw my P&L not at negative 1,115, but I actually saw this closer to $800 at one point today because I was up really, really well here. So the mental of seeing that, of knowing that, not even seeing it, because I didn't look at it. I wasn't looking at my balance, but I know I was up. I know I was up 80 points. Like, regardless of if I turn my ticks on or not, I know what 80 points means on one micro. I know that means $160. So I knew I was up over $100, and we were so close to take profit here. I was going to just start trailing my stop above this high. And it comes down, stops me at break even, and just really aggressively, and it was just really annoying. And that caused me to go on tilt. Is that a good thing? No, but that's what happened, right? It caused me to go on tilt because I was up good, and then it just went away. And it's like, it just feels like it should have taken out this high, just like we should have taken data highs, and we didn't. So realistically, if I would have went on tilt with good rules, I actually would have been fine. But I ended up shorting right here on this 2-minute inversion because I was like, oh, we're definitely going to go here then. And I end up taking a little profit because I was still down like $50 from the first trade. I take a little bit of profit when we start moving down. And then I re-entered like right at the bottom here, went break even because I was like, what am I doing? And then what do we do here? And then I got back in when we got this inverse. Why did I get back in? I wasn't even down on the day at this point because I got in on this move, made back my 40 that I lost right here. Was basically even, like $2 negative. And then I get in on this trade right here because in my head, and this is just not how trading works, but in my head I was like, okay, cool, I can get in right here. And this trade literally can't lose. Like, I'm not going to take profit there. I'm going to hold to this low here. But in my head, after getting this move down, we literally could not hit this low. So I was going to go break even at this low here. And in my head, I was like, there's literally no way that we don't go break even at least. So I was like, cool, I'll take this trade. Maybe I can get a little bit of money. That's the first mistake, was trying to make money. It was trying to do something just to make money. It's not a good setup. It's not like the worst setup of all time by any means. All right, we had that 2-minute inverse. We had this 5-minute gap right here that we traded back into. Right, this is not the worst setup, but it's not a good setup. There's no good risk reward here, and it ends up losing, and I end up losing 70 there, and then I instantly just go long as soon as this fair value gap breaks for no reason. We didn't even sweep the low. We're still bearish. Like, that was just purely, again, and I mean, I'm not gonna blame this, but I got in here, and Top Step X, I don't know if you guys are familiar with using it at all. It doesn't sometimes sweep the high, so I was going to go break even this high. Again, this was still like not a good trade, but I really shouldn't have lost on this because I got in, and when it hit above this high, I would go break even. Notice how it tags this high. But on Top Step X, like so many times, the candle will like print up to like here, and it won't show you that it took the high out yet, and it'll like come back down, and then like when the candle finishes forming, it'll like print the high, and that wrecked me because I was gonna go break even. Already taking trades I shouldn't be taking, but I wouldn't have lost on this one. Who knows? I would have kept doing more bad trades, but at least we wouldn't have lost there. But we deserve the loss. We really do. We deserve the loss. You know, we deserve what we got, and it's fine because it's just yet another day to learn from the mistakes of greed, of FOMO, of being up in a trade and being break even and having to accept that because it's difficult. It's hard to accept the fact that I was up 80 points and I made no money from the trade, right? And I didn't win from it, and I was still down on the day. So I have to be so much more conscious of my triggers, which is, you know, you're up really good on a trade and it doesn't win. It's so easy to just completely lose the plot. And then especially when I was not even down on the day anymore after taking this scalp and kind of closing early. If I would have just taken this trade right here, this inversion, if I would have taken this, short, boom, cool, stop here, I could have risked 50 points. We target here, or we target this low. We would have had a pretty dang good, we would have had a $200 day right here to this low. We would hold, we get in, draws against us. Oh, inversion still holding. Fair value gap's holding. Boom, displacement runs through this level. Like, it would have worked, right? And I'm not saying that whatever, right? But it just shows that even when you're tilting, you still have to follow good risk management. You still have to read the chart. You still can't just be emotional. You still can't just be emotional with your stop loss and exiting and entering trades. You have to just follow the plan still because it will still work. Even if you're trading like an absolute idiot like I did today, right? Even if you're just chasing the momentum back and forth and you're just inversing yourself, right? It still would work if you just follow your plan. And even if it didn't work, I would still lose the same amount I lost anyways. So I should have just listened to, you know, the trade, put my stop at 50 points and just let it play out, win or lose, right? And I just didn't. So it's 100% on me. What I should have waited for today is probably wait for something like this. Like, I really think if we get an inversion here, that this is just going to be the one. Because we finally have a sweep in the 4 hour gap, 1 hour gap. Like, if we do get some sort of reaction out of here, it's a lot more important and powerful than when we just got a sweep there. Why was I also bullish? I was bullish because we had some T here at these lows. ES came down yesterday, took out these lows. We had some displacement. I wanted to see us go higher. We are in a 4 hour gap right now to the downside. So bearish bias is not off the table, but we also had no wick on this 4 hour, and we had an unfilled 4 hour and data highs. So I just really wanted to see us go up. But I can't trade based on what I want to see. I have to trade what the market gives me, and I didn't really execute to my best ability today. Like I said, if this 5 minute breaks, 3 minute breaks, I think that's a very, very, very good trade. But I won't be able to trade it. It'll be the most clear and obvious trade. Like, if we look here, there's no clear and obvious fair value gap like there is on the 3 minute here anywhere. So yeah, super disappointed. Like, I really am. This is a day that's, again, like, it's a way tougher pill to swallow because it just is my fault completely. It's not just the market randomness. Like, these are the losing days that I should be disappointed in. Yesterday's losing day, I shouldn't. Like, I waited, I was patient, I took a good setup, and I just lost. But today is a day where, you know, I can be a little bit more critical and hard on myself because this was all on me. I had no business losing today. So, again, what caused it? It was just that trigger of being up on the trade and then being break even, and then you just get in the mindset of just, okay, quick scalps, get in, get out, make some money. And then the worst mind frame that I had this entire day that I have to, this absolutely can never happen again, was this trade right here where it was just, this trade can't lose. At least get break even. I didn't expect to maybe hit a take profit or make anything off of it, but I gave myself the potential to make money. And that's the worst habit I have in trading, is when I take trades that aren't good, and they aren't going, that I don't really expect to even really make a profit, right? I didn't expect us to just close here, run through these lows, and run all the way down here without retracing back to my entry. But why did I get in? Because it could do that. I could get in, it could run all the way down here, and I could make money. And in my head, I said, okay, but as long as I go break even at least this low, or this low here, then even if I don't make money, this trade is never going to not get down here, so I'm never going to lose. That's what I told myself. That is one of the worst thought processes in all of trading. The worst possible thought process in all of trading is I can't lose. And I let myself fall victim to it today. So, it's like people always wonder, why you make this mistake? Well, it's because live time in the market when I'm trading, I will have a time where my brain literally tells me, you can't lose here. So, it's just that overconfidence, that gambling desire. It's just all the bad habits formed together in one today, came out. And that's fine. It's fine. I'm confident in the process. I'm putting all of my faith in the process. I'm not putting all my faith in myself. I'm putting all my faith in the process and in God, because I know that I can just persevere through this. I can keep working. I can keep improving. I can keep getting better, right? So I'm not, like I always say, I'm not going to throw away the process. I'm not going to throw away the progress. I'm not going to throw away my confidence. I'm not going to throw away trading. I'm not going to throw any of this stuff away just because of one day, again, or one mistake that I keep making, or a day that I just made dumb mistakes, right? I'm not going to throw it away because I know the process. I know the path. I know the possibilities. I know what it takes. And I'm just not there yet. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not there yet. I'm not doing good enough yet. I have to get better at trading, or at the mental side. I can't ever let those greed, I can't let the greed, I can't let the FOMO, the overconfidence, right? Because taking this trade is an arrogance. It's an arrogance that, I'm like, 1,000,000% without a doubt, we're taking this low out. That's an arrogance. When you start having arrogance in the market, you lose, right? You lose every time, right? You get humbled. And I needed that because apparently I'm not humble enough in the market. I don't have my ego in check in the market, because clearly I don't. If I really respected the market, if I really respected the skill of trading, I wouldn't have done it today. So I needed this lesson. I needed this loss. I needed all of it because I needed to be humbled again. And I might need to be humbled again in the future, and again and again. Because until I learn the lesson for real, for sure, forever, I'm going to have to keep learning it. Why am I making so many mistakes? It's so simple. It's so simple. I just want to succeed. I want it too bad. I want it too bad. And you might be saying, if you want it so bad, then just start doing the right things. Wanting it isn't about doing the right things. It's about showing up every day, right? If I didn't want this, right, I wouldn't be showing up after these losses. I wouldn't show up after 2 years. I wouldn't be making these videos every single day if I didn't want this. So clearly I want it. Clearly I have the passion for it, the desire, the work ethic. But you can have all those things and still fail. And that's what I'm running into right now, is I'm still not trading well. I'm still not at the level I need to be at. And it's just because I don't have the respect I need for this game. I have to give it way more respect. I have to be way more dialed. I have to be way more focused. I have to be way more in tune with my emotions. I have to remove all the bad habits, not just some of them, not just some of the days, all of the days. And I'm so confident we're going to do it. I'm so confident. I am, without a doubt, I know I can do this. I know I can make it work. I know I can fix these mistakes. Because as much as you guys love to clown me, not all of you guys, but there's it's so weird. It's so weird that there's people that come into my videos every single day that just comment hate or to comment quit. You're never gonna do this. Blah blah. That's such a strange mentality. Like I genuinely can't fathom it. I genuinely cannot fathom what you are doing with your time to every single day come comment on my video telling me to quit. Like it genuinely happens every day. There's the same group of people that do it every day. And I literally don't care anymore. Like I used to care. I used to be like, whatever. Now it literally cannot bother me less because I know it just comes from a place of insecurity for themselves, or just they're just a bad human being. But it's really annoying because people don't realize how serious I am. I don't think people realize how serious I am that I'm when I say I'm going to do this. I don't think people realize that I'm not messing around, that I'm not, that I know I'm going to do this. And also, one thing I want to point out is like I've been trading, yes, for a long time, but this is my first time on an Express account. I'm not saying that it changes anything about trading, but my risk management's different. My thought process is different. The daily targets of the $200 days was something I had to focus on, or was something that I had to learn, a learning curve, right? There's learning curves on this new account. This is my first Express account. How many people have gotten a payout from their first Express account? Not many. Not many. I don't know the numbers. I'm sure some people have. I'm sure maybe you have. But the majority of people don't. And I have to remember that. I'm still early on the journey. I'm still in that spot where a lot of people aren't profitable, right? I know that it does. Like again, you could be profitable in 6 months. I think 6 months is like the quickest you can actually be profitable. And then at that point, it's like, are you really consistent? Because you only have 6 months. Like you don't even have like a year. Like I don't think you can really be too profitable without a whole year of data saying that you make money. Because like in 6 months, like you could be getting lucky. Like you really could be. But I'm not saying you can't be, right? I'm sure there's people that do so much better than me in 6, 7 months. Like the dude that does the Power of 3 stuff, Big Char or whatever trades. He's profitable, if not almost profitable already. And he's only been in it for 6 months. So it happens, right? You can have great learning. You can be really receptive to the information, and you can be profitable. But there's also the amount of people that it takes them 2, 3, 4, 5 years to be profitable. And I'm not even fully done with year 2. I'm barely in year 1 of prop firms. I started trading prop firms in October of 2020. Hold on, let me think here. 23 to 24. I started October 2023 of prop firms. So I only have October, November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. I almost have a year and a half on prop firms, right? Again, in a year and a half, no payouts. It's pretty crazy, yeah, but I had a different approach. I traded 1 and 2 micros the first 6 months. You're never going to pass a combine with 1 or 2 micros when you're starting out because it's just not possible. Like, it's not possible with the skill set I had then to pass. It wasn't possible with the psychology I had then to pass. It's taken me so long to get to this point. It's taken me this long to even get this good. For me to even have held this trade all the way to break even is an immense amount of progress, even though it doesn't look like much progress. Even though on the outside I'm still losing, right? That's the thing with trading that people don't realize from the outside looking in, is that you can be failing and losing every single day but still improving so wildly. I know all the improvement I've been making, even this last month, 2 months, 3 months. I've made so much improvement trading, but on the outside, people that watch me, people that try and clown me for losing, all they're going to see is the losses. All your family is going to see is the losses. All your friends are going to see is the losses, the lack of money. But if you're okay with no one else's expectation but your own, then you can see what's real. You can see, what is the truth. And the truth is, I know the progress I've been making. I know the progress I've been making. Why do I know the progress I've been making? Well, because I know I'm getting better each and every day. I still am losing. I'm still, when it comes down to results and everything like that, I'm still losing. but I'm getting better with my emotions, really, right? I'm taking losses better. That's an improvement. I'm having better risk management. I haven't blown this account in 1 week, right? Because every single morning, I have the daily loss limit. And today, if I didn't have the daily loss limit, I would blow the account. But that's discipline to set that feature and lock it out. Every morning, I still have to make that decision. I can choose not to do that in the morning and leave myself vulnerable. But I make a decision every single morning to at least stick to my discipline, my risk management, how much I'm going to lose. So even though, like, this is the thing I want to point out today, is that even though I am losing every single day, even though I'm breaking my rules, more often than I should, I'm still making so much more progress than it even looks like. And that's the thing that you have to remember, is that progress isn't money. Progress isn't results. You're going to have to fail over and over. You tear your muscles down to make them bigger. That's just how growth works. I have to tear myself down, like really working on this craft over and over and over before I'm going to see any results. I'm getting so much better. I'm on an Express account. That's improvement. I'm learning to handle my trades better. That's improvement. I don't take as many just bad trades. I mean, today I did, but in overall, right? This is the longest I've ever kept an account with this much of losing. That's for sure. And what's worst case? Worst case, we lose this account. Worst case, we lose an XFA. What are we going to do? We start again. We start a new combine. We follow our rules again. We just keep going. We just keep hitting the ground running. I'm making so much more progress than I give myself credit for because I don't have any results. Trading, the only way you really know if you're doing the right thing is if you're making money. So when you're not making money, you can easily tell yourself and convince yourself that you're not doing anything right. But the reality is I'm doing everything I need to be doing, which is showing up and trying to get better. Showing up, trying to journal. Showing up, trying to improve. All you can do is try. If I was showing up and I wasn't trying anymore, and I show up and I'm just full porting every single day, and I'm just showing up, then I wouldn't even be trying. If I wasn't journaling, if I wasn't reflecting, making these videos, if I wasn't doing this stuff, then yes, I wouldn't even be trying. But I'm showing up and trying every single day, which is all I can do. So again, I'm until the day I quit trading, I'm never going to make, and this is the one rule I'm going to, like, this is a rule I'm going to stick to no matter what. Until I quit, until I have just have enough to where I'm like, okay, I'm done trading, I'm never trading again. Unless that day comes, I will never make a negative video about myself or my trading ever again. Because I need to start believing in myself, start trusting myself, start being more kind to myself, and just talk good about myself. I will never make a negative video about myself again or about my trading. I will never allow it to happen. Because if I'm not going to stand up for myself, nobody in the comments will. Nobody, if I don't believe myself, no one in the comments will, right? And wow, we're about to just sell off to Asia low. Such a weird day. But again, nobody's going to do it for me. No one's going to stay positive for me. No one's going to get me up in the morning. No one's going to come get me and say, hey, get on the charts. Put some work in. No one's going to tell me, hey, do this. It's all on me. It's all on you. So that's my promise. I'm never going to make a negative video ever again because I have no time for that anymore. It's 100% on the gas. We're going to go. We're going to make something happen here. I have a dentist appointment coming up, so I have to just get this video out anyways. Sorry long. So sorry about making another loss video, man. I really want to bring you guys some winners soon. And some good news and some positive news. I get January is full of good news, passing accounts, doing well, stuff like that. February is all bad news, and March has started out tough, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And I guess the moral of the story is, man, like, you literally just can't long this market right now. Like, you literally cannot long this market. This is just insane. It's just insane. 300 like every day. Like, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to be so picky with longs from now, like, until we get real moves. But yeah, I guess the truth is you just cannot long right now. But that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys. Real Madrid play Atletico Madrid at 4 o'clock at Eastern Standard Time. I'm so excited for that game. It'll be a pretty disappointing day if they get knocked out of the Champions League today, and I had such a bad day trading. But if Real Madrid win the Champions League, I'll be in a lot better mood. Or not win the Champions League tie today. I'm nervous for that game. So I don't want to keep rambling. This video's already 30 minutes, but again, man, I'm so sorry for the people that watch me and really want me to do well, and just so disappointed watching these videos every day. But just bear with me, man. Trust the process, and it will come. I love you guys. Appreciate all the support. Follow me on Twitter if you made it this far, Diego B Trades, and subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment, all the jazz, man. Help me out, man. I need ad revenue at this point, but I will see you guys in the future, man. How did you guys do today? Yeah, peace.